Hi guys, Genevieve here. Welcome to another episode of Anything is Possible Wednesdays. Today I have an important topic for all of you, and that is facing the fear of rejection. The fear of rejection is really real in people, and I think it's because rejection makes people feel like they're not good enough no matter what area you're getting rejected in, whether it's your work or your family or your friends. We allow other people to define our self-worth. But here's the truth, guys, no matter what anybody does, they cannot diminish your self-worth. When we feel those feelings of pain and rejection, that is coming from our ego and not our soul space. It's the ego that feeds on our feelings of wounded pride and bitterness. These feelings, guys, do not serve you. No matter how much your ego tells you that it does, it doesn't, I promise. So don't believe those words in your head that are saying you aren't good enough. Because no matter how many times you get rejected, your self-worth is still intact and your essence is unchanged. Allowing rejection from the outside world to come in and define your self-worth will destroy you. Don't believe that voice in your head that tells you you aren't good enough, because you are good enough. Make the decisions for your life, guys, that define your self-worth, that you're worthy and that you deserve to have everything in this world. So the big question here is, how do we get past these feelings that tell us that we're not good enough every time we get rejected? So here are the goods, guys. Step number 1, understand that no one can hurt you unless you let them. Even if your rejection was brutal, it can't take away from who you are. Make sure you always hold your own power. Step number 2, realize that when your hurt feelings arise, remember that that is just your ego talking. That is not really you. The ego wants to turn the rejection into a story, a drama that it can feed off of. It wants you to feel sad and bitter and just terrible. But if you ask yourself the question, what is being a victim doing for me? Your answer will tell you, it's gonna make me sad and miserable and just feel terrible. And then you'll think, well, why do I wanna do that? I just wanna be happy. And you'll just allow those feelings from ego to just dissolve when you realize the truth that those feelings aren't serving you. Keep the judgments in the past and stay in the present. Eckhart Tolle is a beautiful author and self-help guru, and he is a big believer in staying in the present moment. A great quote of his is this: sometimes letting go is an act of far greater power than defending or hanging on. I think that we all need to claim our power back and just let it go. Step number 3, realize that some rejection has nothing to do with you. You may be feeling that you got rejected for all of these reasons, but they may not even be true. You might have gotten rejected for a completely different reason. Don't put a meaning behind rejection that simply isn't there. Drop the drama. We don't need it. It's such a life suck. Step number 4, if the rejection was intentional and hard-hitting, realize that the person that rejected you in that way is probably hurting in deep ways that you know nothing about. Try to see them in a compassionate way. A really great way to do this is to see them as a little child that's hurting and in pain, so you can kind of bring some compassion to the situation. It really helps. Just don't allow these kind of people to suck your energy. Stay true to you. Step number 5, and this is a big one, guys, maybe the most important. Don't be afraid to ask for help. As human beings, we are going to get rejected. It's just the way of life. And it can be hard, and our ego is gonna pop up and it's gonna tell us that we're not good enough. And in those times, you can pray to God, you can call on your angels, ask them to help you. Ask them to see the situation through their eyes so you can understand things better. It is so helpful, and I cannot recommend this highly enough. Just don't be afraid to ask for help always, guys. I went through a painful breakup a while ago, and for me it was a really big rejection because right when it ended, my ex was very angry, and he said something to me that just made me feel so rejected and so downtrodden. I let myself believe the words that I was hearing, and it affected my self-worth. But you know what, guys? I managed to come back. I managed to climb my way back out. I found the beauty in the mess. I called on help. I changed the situation around. I did all these steps that I've been telling you about. And I'm telling you, you guys, this stuff really works. I let those words that he spoke to me ring in my head like a belfry forever. And I finally let it go. And when I did, and I let my life open up into new ways, I had the greatest experiences of my life. I have some amazing new friends. I got up the courage to create this video series, and I've just had so many wonderful things happen to me, and I am so happy. And I know you guys can face your rejection and do the same. It's not impossible. Don't let the fear of rejection stop you from living your life. Dust off the cobwebs, shake off the fear, and just get out there and experience life again. Think of rejection as a compass that is taking you in a different direction. Each rejection is a correction. It's a realignment to get you back on your soul life's purpose. It is taking you back onto the road that will lead you to your happiness and fulfillment. I want to leave you with this other great quote from Eckhart, and it is, "You can only lose something that you have. You cannot lose something that you are." Isn't that a beautiful quote? Remember, guys, you can never lose who you are, no matter what. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to define your self-worth? Come on over to www.genevievecranston.com and let me know how your rejections turned into your best opportunity. Get out there, be brave, my friends, protect your beautiful hearts, and don't be afraid to live your life. I am sending you all my love and all my hugs. Bye.